We the People's News. Today we're going to check out this guy from communist MSNBC. This is unbelievable what this man says.
Well, Joe, you have a column in the Washington Post this morning that really looks at the gravity of the situation from 20,000 feet. It echoes some things my father was telling me before he passed away. You write in part this: Trump is harming the dream of America more than any foreign adversary ever could, in which he charts the course from Bush to Obama to Trump. This is your writing, Joe. This is describing your column. And a country that went from a huge surplus to racking up unparalleled deficits while squandering moral leadership. And here's the column. 16 years.
So far, so good there, Joe. You are right. We have stacked up unbelievable debt. And it wasn't Donald Trump. He, to borrow your liberal phrase, inherited this mess.
Years of strategic missteps have been followed by the maniacal moves of a man who has savaged America's vital alliances, provided comfort to hostile foreign powers, attacked our intelligence and military communities, and lent a sympathetic ear to neo-Nazis and white supremacists across the globe. For those of us still believing that Islamic extremists hate America because of the freedoms we guarantee to all people, the gravest threat Trump poses to our national security is the damage done daily to America's image. As the New York Times' Roger Cohen wrote the month after Trump's election, America is an idea. Strip freedom, human rights, democracy, and the rule of law from what the United States represents to the world, and America itself is gutted. Osama bin Laden was killed by SEAL Team 6 before he accomplished that goal. Other tyrants who tried to do the same were consigned to the ash heap of history. The question for voters this fall is whether their country will move beyond this troubled chapter in history, or whether they will continue supporting a politician who has done more damage, and listen to this, more damage to the dream of America than any foreign adversary ever could. Couldn't agree more, Joe.
This is absolutely amazing to hear from a, quote, journalist in America. It is absolutely astounding to compare him, Donald Trump, who has done more for the American dream. I guess if only for Americans, though, so that must be his problem. But to say that Donald Trump talks about race, Donald Trump has never talked about race. He's talked about illegals, which is not a race. He talks about the religion of Islam, which is not a race. And the religion of Islam is very oppressive. And for MSNBC to get on TV and to say this about our president shows you exactly who they are. And it also is affecting the elections. How is this not affecting the midterm elections? They cry about Russia affecting our elections. I say MSNBC has affected our elections, and CNN, who also said that they did everything they could to help Hillary Clinton. Did she write that off on her taxes? According to the law, anything is a gift. It's a gift. It is unbelievable.
So, Willie, I love that line, that Roger Cohen line, America is an idea.
Oh, you are right, Joe. America is ideas. And the idea was to live freely and not have so much government in our life. It was the idea to be able to own property because that gave freedom. We were basically all slaves, Britain, everywhere. They were serfs. You could not own property unless it was given to you by the king and you were nobility. So the idea to be able to own your own property and not be taxed to death and owe everything, you have to give everything to the king, was the idea of America. Maybe you ought to do a little research on what America really is there, Joey.
Yeah. And if you strip America of its ideas, forget about knocking down buildings in the financial district, forget about running planes into the Pentagon. Those are tragedies, but those tragedies bring us closer together. America is an idea. You gut America of that idea. Mm-hmm. That's when you do the most harm to America. Roger Cohen wrote that.
Running a plane into buildings is a tragedy. Wow. But what Donald Trump is doing is worse. And you believe on our national, the media has abandoned America. They are not journalists. They are activists. This is a man actively going after the president of the United States And he has no justification. Absolutely none.
Right after Donald Trump was elected, and unfortunately 18 months later, across the world, you have people looking at a country that is saying they want to ban people from coming to America because of their religion. You have just this week Brett Kavanaugh, who wants to be on the Supreme Court, refusing to answer whether people should be banned from coming to the United States because of their race in his reading of the Constitution. And the accumulation of that, the retweeting of neo-Nazi videos, Charlottesville. I mean, I could go on and on. What he said about majority black countries. That is tearing more at the fabric of America than attacks on the Twin Towers did. We rebuilt from that. We became stronger because of that. But this seems to me a far graver.
And so let's talk about banning people coming to this country about Islam. We just name the religion. I mean, come on, quit beating around the bush, Joe. There's a reason for that. You know, we have fought Islam since America has became in existence. That we fought their slavery. They still sell slaves. So you condone a religion that is selling black Nigerian refugees right now in Libya. You condone that? You condone their oppression of women? You condone their mutilation of little girls' clits? You condone them spreading the sword, spreading their religion by the sword? You condone them persecuting Christians and locking them up and killing them in the Middle East? Is that what MSNBC condones? Because if so, Joe, you need to get another job. You need to go over there and live. How about that? You're free to go there, Joe. Go enjoy their religion. See how far you get.